Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Uncut Gems with Slim. I'm your host, Slim Reshae, and I am super excited to have you guys back here another week on the podcast. So if you're listening for the first time and you don't know what gems we be dropping over here, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and subscribe. I promise you will get something every week from this podcast. So go ahead and subscribe. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are listening to this on the podcast. Uncut Gems with Slim is now a visual thing and we are on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link will be in the description box and show notes for anyone who is listening. If you've been tuned in for week after week, you guys know what it is, okay? Y'all already know what it is. Y'all, I can't thank y'all enough for tuning in and just hearing me out and just, getting these gems and elevating your life, elevating your brand and things like that. So I'm super excited to have you guys back here again for another episode. And as you know, we've kicked off our first ever series. It's called Bossed Up Gems, an Entrepreneurial Series. And it's just a series that's coinciding with my YouTuber Beginner series on YouTube. So if you go to my beauty channel, Slim Reshae, I am doing it's a whole situation, okay? Like I am giving y'all tips and tricks if you're interested in being a YouTuber, influencer, or entrepreneur. Like I'm giving you all the tips and tricks that I wish someone would have told me when I started my entrepreneurial journey. So make sure you check out both channels so you can be up to date and you can get all this tea. So again, we finally launched visually on YouTube. So make sure if you're listening via podcast that you tune in on YouTube as well so you can get all the vibes and just the whole visual element, okay? And if you guys see me looking down, y'all know I be reading. I have all my little notes in my iPad, so I have to make sure I don't miss a beat. And so for this week's episode, we are talking all about accountability partners, and accountability partners are so important. Like when it comes to building your brand and expanding your business, it's just helpful to have like a support system in your corner who has your genuine interest at heart. And I think that's so important, whether it's a family member or a friend or a fellow entrepreneur, influencer, coworker, whatever it may be. It's so important that your accountability partner has your genuine interest at heart. And I emphasize that so much because if you feel like you need to tiptoe around the people who are supposed to be holding you accountable, you need to assess that relationship and really figure out like what's the disconnect. Because if you feel like you need to tiptoe around them, 9 times out of 10, that person doesn't need to be your accountability partner. And I say that because there are definitely people out there who want to be in roles such as your accountability partner or your personal assistant, just different things like that. There's people who will go out after these roles just to kind of be in your inner circle and keep tabs on you and what you're doing, so they can just be one step ahead. And some people even do it to like subliminally one up you. And so you really don't want to have people who don't have that genuine interest at heart in your circle, because at the end of the day, it's not gonna be helpful to you. So I want to make sure you guys are very careful when like finding your accountability partners and things like that, because I just want you to be able to identify those traits just in case the people who are gravitating towards you may not be gravitating to you with your genuine interest at heart. So on the other side of the spectrum, you have those genuine friends and associates who wholeheartedly support your vision and your goals. And those are the people that you can turn to when trying to find like a balanced accountability partner. And I think it's so important. I keep saying it's so important because it really is, but it makes such a huge difference when the person who is holding you accountable really and truly believes in what you're doing. Because I know I've had moments where like I've tried to do things with people. It can even be something as simple as taking my picture. So like if I have, say, a friend taking a picture of me and it's just like one of my regular friends from, I don't know, high school or college, like they're not going to take the picture with the same energy as my influencer friends. Why? Because my influencer friends understand the importance of the picture that I'm taking, and therefore they'll put a different energy into taking the picture for me because they understand the importance of me getting a good picture. It's not just for the good picture's sake, it's for my business, for my brand, and it's very important. So the reason why I say if you are looking for like accountability partners, you should look for someone who has like, they're going kind of in that same direction as you. They understand what you're going through. If they're an entrepreneur, they'll understand that entrepreneurial journey versus you getting someone who might be a road dog from '06, but they don't have, y'all really don't have nothing in common as far as what you're asking them to hold you accountable for. Just like if you're asking someone to help you stay financially accountable for, like it doesn't make sense for two people who aren't good with money to be accountability partners to each other, because then they're just going to turn into enablers and they're going to try to validate the stuff that you're trying to be more disciplined about. So that's why I said it helps when your goals align with your accountability partner. And I'm just calling them APs because accountability partner is just a very long phrase. So you want to make sure that your goals and what you're trying to do aligns with that of your AP. And so again, when you have more things in common, you can relate better to each other, not only on the struggles, but you can also understand the importance of whatever it is that you are holding each other accountable for. So those APs are great because they help you regain focus and clarity on your goals. And I have some bomb accountability partners, y'all. Like, it's so crazy how much my focus and my discipline and just how much I've grown just by having these accountability partners in my corner. And it's been a two-way street. So it's like, it's elevated my life so much, which is why I wanted to dedicate an episode to accountability partners, which also ties into our entrepreneurial series. Because like I said, if you are starting a business, you need to have someone in your corner who's going to hold you accountable, because there's going to be a lot of stuff going on and you want to make sure you stay on key. With all this being said, at the end of the day, accountability partners can only do but so much. Like, you have to hold yourself accountable for your actions or the lack thereof. So I think one of the main steps when it comes to holding yourself accountable is being able to acknowledge that we lack discipline in our life. I mean, you might not want to admit it right now, but that's one of the first things you need to admit, that we lack discipline in our lives. And no matter who you are, where you are in life, there is some area, I'm sure, that you lack discipline. Until we become serious enough about becoming more disciplined, we're never gonna grow in our discipline. Like, if you're just like, oh yeah, I be getting up late for work, I'm speaking to myself, I be getting up late for work, and you just be, saying that every day, but you're not making a conscious effort to change that, like, it's never going to change. So you really got to be serious about becoming more disciplined in your lifestyle. With that being said, like, a perfect example is you can't just keep sitting on the couch 18 hours a day, eating junk food, and just think one day you're going to walk in the mirror and you're going to have a six-pack. It doesn't work like that. Like, you have to be serious enough about achieving that end goal to get up and do something about it. And I feel like a lot of times I fall short because I keep adding more and more and more food to my plate, and I don't even have the discipline to finish what's in front of me. Like, sometimes I don't have the discipline to maintain what I have right in front of me. So it's foolish for me to even ask for more or want more or keep adding more when I can't even maintain where I'm at. And this week's gem is basically me telling you guys, don't be greedy-eyed with your goals if you can't even finish the appetizer that's in front of you. By adding more to your plate that you don't even have the capacity to digest, you are simply wasting time, fulfilling yourself with the idea of a thing rather than indulging in what's in front of you. And what I mean by this is, like, I don't know about y'all, but 9 times out of 10, if I'm greedy-eyed and I fill my plate up, especially during Thanksgiving coming up, when I fill up my plate with all this food and I'm just greedy-eyed and I want a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I want everything on my plate, 9 times out of 10, I wind up eating less than I would have originally ate if I would have just put what I knew I would eat on the plate. I literally will eat less than what I originally would have ate if I would have just put what I needed on my plate versus being greedy-eyed. And with me saying this is like, I'll leave the table after being greedy-eyed and I'm only eating a little bit off the plate because now I'm full. I'll leave the table thinking I'm full, thinking I'm undeniably full, but then less than an hour later, I'll be hungry again because although my plate was full, I didn't even eat enough to actually fill me. So I know that was a little bit here and there. Hopefully y'all picked up my little example, but what I'm saying is, like, maintain what's in front of you. I just want to encourage you guys to be grateful for what's in front of you, what you have, and be full from those things. And also seek out someone who can help hold you accountable and let you know when you may be biting off more than you can chew. And again, accountability partners are great to help you regain focus when you're navigating your goals and working on being more disciplined in different areas of your life. So again, I just want to encourage you guys to find you an accountability partner that's going to hold you accountable, but also hold yourself accountable and be honest with yourself on the things that you can't trust yourself to do. Those might be the things that you need an accountability partner for. So hopefully this little tidbit, this little boss up gem help you guys this week, whether it's at your job this week, whether it's in some goals that you're trying to wrap up for the year. Just hold yourself accountable, but don't bite off more than you can chew and focus on what's in front of you. If you have a goal for today, complete that goal instead of focusing on like the 50,000 other things you got to do by the end of the week. Break it down. What can you do right now to move you a step forward towards what you're trying to accomplish? So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. One day I'm not be reading from my notes, but as of right now, I want to make sure that I'm giving y'all all the quality, okay, that's on my little heart that I be typing up for you guys. So again, I love y'all so very much. Thank you for tuning in. Again, if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe. We are on YouTube and all podcast streaming platforms, so make sure you subscribe. Leave a rating and review if you're feeling generous. You know what I'm saying? That helps me a lot, helps other people know that we're dropping quality content on this channel, on this podcast. And I don't know, y'all, just stay strong. It's October. We are finishing the year strong, so just keep on keeping on. I love y'all so much, and until next time. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe to the podcast and feel free to connect with me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Slim Reshae. That's SlimReshae. Links will be listed in the show notes, and until next time, love yourself and be beautiful.